Hey, hey. So, goals. Everyone's got goals. How do we reach the goals? You need a system. So, system. How do I develop a system to get to my goals, you may ask? Well, I'm glad that you're asking that. So, what is a system, first of all? So, think of a system like this. An author wants to write a book. That's their goal. Their system will be writing each day an hour, right? If that's what they decide. A runner has a goal of running a marathon. Their system is the training that leads them up to the marathon, right? A power lifter, my favorite example, has a goal of squatting 500 pounds. Their system is the strength training to get them to that 500-pound squat, right? So you have your goal, you have your system. Without a system to get to your goal, you're just kind of stuck wandering around like, oh, what am I going to do today? What am I going to lift today? What am I going to write today? What am I going to write? Do I have time? I don't know. Let's do this first, right? So a system is going to give you that inner guidance that you need. It's going to set that time apart, give you those steps so you're not wandering. So you're not some days working on your goals, some days not, right? It's going to keep you focused. So clarity of the goal, number one, is super important. Clarity of your system, number two, is super important as well. So next thing that you want to do is schedule a time each day for your system. If you can't do a day, try weekly, but daily is going to be better. So what if you started with just 1 hour a day? And that 1 hour a day you put on your schedule, and it was a non-compromise appointment. So if your phone rings during that hour, don't answer it. Put it on silent. If your Facebook dings, don't look at it, right? All distractions out the window. Get ready, get focused, and spend that time working your system, because that is what is going to lead you to your long-term success, which is your goal. So also think of, I'm looking at my notes, I have to write these things down or I go off on, tangents, as I'm sure you know by now. Okay, if you develop your system and you find that you're not getting the results that you want from your system, well, don't keep doing it. If you're, number one, not getting the results, or you're not getting the results that you want, change it, tweak it, right? You know where you want to go with your goal, so you need to develop the system that's going to get you there. And it's always going to be a work in progress, right? Just like a bodybuilder, they may have a system to look a specific way, and weeks into it, if whatever muscle is not developing the way that they want from that movement that they're doing, they're going to find a different way to hit that muscle and make it look the way that they want, right? So same thing with what you're doing here. When you have your system and you dedicate that time, you're focusing on what you can control instead of what you can't control, right? So think about that. When you don't have specific time, everything is out of your control. When you're in that moment and you're working towards your goal in your system, you know exactly what it is that you're doing. You're focused, you're clear, and everything that you're doing is within your control. So having that daily or weekly routine of consistent small habits are going to transform your life, versus striving for a large goal in just one day, 2 days, or an inconsistent routine is really not going to get you to where you want to be. So again, number one, clarity of your goal, clarity of your system. 2, put it in your calendar. Dedicate your time to it. Don't let anything compromise that time. If your goal is important enough, you have your big motivating factor, right? It'll keep you on track. 3, stick to it. I think that was part of 2. Stick to it. But make sure that the schedule is something that's going to work for you, right? If it's too much time during your day or too much time during your week, you're not going to stick with it. So make sure that it works for you, it works for your schedule, and you will start to move in the right direction. I hope that helped you out a little bit in developing a system or trying to or giving you a starting place. So get that ass moving in the right direction, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.